It's really goody. It's your girl, S.E.T.ORACLE, the Universal Donor. And I'm back again at Stiletto Empress Tarot Oracle Edition, S.E.T. acronym. Welcome to the set. What set? Full set, all 10 nails, son. Thank you so much for visiting, as I am always happy to have you here. I trust everybody's having a good day. It is currently Wednesday, May 28th, 2025. And I'm glad to be here with you guys. Earlier on my tarot page, I mentioned that we are in the middle of Mercury retrograde. You guys can go and check that out. But right around the corner, we have Saturn retrograde. So since I already touched up on Mercury, I'm going to touch up on Saturn. Now, for those that don't know what a retrograde is, it is having or being in motion in a direction opposed to what the normal direction is. Having to go back over, reflect, review, affecting memories of a time prior to an event. And Saturn is actually a really important one, because Saturn is the panic. Maybe somebody's panicking about this. Saturn is the planet that talks about how we operate in society and rules. It also talks about obstruction and limitations. And this Saturn retrograde, it is for June 15th, and it lasts through November 15th. So pretty much all the way through the summer and pretty much towards the winter, through summer and fall. And Saturn will be retrograding in Aries and Pisces. Aries is I am, which is the first house of appearance, how people see you. You know, how aware of self you are. And Pisces is past acts, karma, hidden supports and limits, i.e. limitations, So this deals with the 10th house, career, reputation, and morals. And it's funny that it says that for Pisces, hidden supports and limits. Saturn deals with obstruction and limitations. So now it's making me feel that this Saturn retrograde is really going to be about how people see you, or how people were seeing you, because of limitations and things done in the past, and the karma that's going to be coming for some people in regards to it. And some people don't want to take responsibility for it because they didn't care about what they did in the past. They didn't care about what they did to make you appear a certain type of way. They didn't care about when I see rules, they didn't care about obstructing justice. Breaking rules is part of justice. Rules period are a part of a justified system. They didn't care about breaking rules in the past. They didn't care about obstructing your career. They didn't care about destroying your reputation. They wanted to obstruct your morals. They wanted to stand in the way of your life goals, limit your life goals. And they didn't care about making you look bad in your everyday life. They didn't care about destroying your reputation. They didn't care about stopping you from doing what you needed to do, all because they wanted to destroy your morals. They wanted to destroy the person that you naturally are, how you appear to the world, your self-awareness. They wanted to destroy your self-love, your self-esteem. And a lot of this stuff could have been done in the past. And right now, I feel like they're trying to obstruct justice to stop karma from being served. They didn't want you to succeed, collective. They didn't want you to have a career. They didn't want you to be seen in a high honor. They didn't want you to seen as a person with morals. In the past, they tried to obstruct and limit your achievements and your life goals. They wanted people to see you a whole nother way. They wanted you to operate a different way in society so you could appear as they wanted you to appear. So it's giving me, they didn't want the world to see you as a successful person walking in their purpose with morality. And they may have done this in the past to you. And they didn't care about their past acts. And currently, they're trying to obstruct justice from coming to you, aka karma. And when I see Aries and Pisces, of course, you know, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. Pisces is the last. Those that were last shall be first, and those that were first shall be last. But in this situation, Pisces, that energy, that emotional energy, came before who you were. So somebody in their emotions stepped in front of who you were to distort how you appeared in the world in hopes of stopping you from achieving anything else, including your life goals, and being irresponsible and being able to obstruct and limit who you are. It's almost like whoever did this, collective, they didn't want you to be seen as the person that you truly are. They wanted to put a stain on you, and hopefully that stain was so big that it casted a shadow over who you really are, and you were so limited and broken down that you didn't handle your responsibilities. You couldn't achieve anything. And now these people are trying to stop karma from coming for their ass. Yeah. Carnival. I get two things from this. They wanted you to be going round and round. They wanted you stuck on a carnival ride, unable to get off, while they had such a great time watching you go round and round in this circle, trying to keep your career together, trying to keep your reputation together, trying to achieve things, it's almost like they wanted you to constantly be on a hamster wheel, trying to get towards your goals in life and never being able to make it there because they were obstructing your pathway by making you look a certain way. And by making you look a certain way, that put limits on you in society. They wanted to make you look like you were irresponsible. They wanted to make you look like you don't follow the rules. Or maybe they had rules that you didn't necessarily care for. And because you didn't, because maybe they were irresponsible, and because you followed your own rules and your own laws, they decided, I'm going to obstruct you and I'm going to limit how far you can go in your career. And in the process, I'm going to destroy your reputation, aka how people see you. I want people to see you as a person that doesn't have morals. I don't want anybody to care for you. I want you to receive karma for not operating the way I want you to operate within my group. Operate in society, that's giving me like gang, cult-like mentality. You know, you're not a part of the it crowd and all of that because you don't want to be. And it's like, oh, you don't want to be? You don't want to be? Okay, well, I'm going to stop you from moving forward. I'm going to stop your achievements. I'm going to stop you from getting to your life goals. I'm going to limit the person that you are, and I'm going to make you appear a certain kind of way that limits the person that you are in society, because you don't want to follow my rules and you choose to be a responsible individual. They just wanted to literally kind of mess you up. And right now, we are kind of in the, how do I say this? We're in the outskirts of Saturn, and we're still in Mercury. So Mercury is communication. This is being communicated as to how all of this got started. What, when, where, how, and why. The who is probably going to show up later. But that Mercury leads to Saturn. That communication leads to the discovery of who is responsible for the obstruction and the limitation for you to be able to move forward and achieve what you're supposed to. Because apparently, you were walking in your life's purpose. And whoever tried to stop that and or limit that, they're about to get karma. They're going to get karma for this. So, Father God, Most High Ancestors, I ask that you grant the collective the serenity to accept the things that they cannot change, the courage to change the things that they can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So we're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's up. All right. We got bowel-headed, yeah. Somebody wanted to make you look incompetent. They wanted to ruin your reputation, make it seem like you had no morals. They wanted to ruin your career. They wanted to ruin how people saw you. Aries, I am. They wanted to ruin how you appeared in the world. Hold on, because these cards, they don't get pulled upside down. Volcano. This was over time. I told you. Pisces, 12th house, karma, past acts. They did this over time, and now it is exploded. It's coming out. They overlooked you so they could be looked at. Yeah. They wanted you to seem incompetent, and they did this over time so they could be the ones in your place. They wanted your achievements. They wanted to appear like you, and this is in the past. This is definitely giving me past life energy. 2019 could be significant. I'm sorry. Now this person's sorry. Mind you, in the red with the volcano, red writing, I did what I did on purpose and I have no remorse. This person is not really sorry. They have to take responsibility for this. They purposely obstructed you. They purposely wanted to stop your achievements in life. They wanted to stop your career. They wanted you to be so broken down that you lose your sense of self and morals. 2019 breaks down to 12. 12 breaks down to 3. Acknowledgement and expression, Jupiter, confidence and pride. They really wanted to break you down. 3rd house, intellect. Yeah. They wanted to mentally break you down. They wanted to lower your standards so you could appear as something that you're not. there there was enough time. They had plenty of time to do this. Because what this is giving me is that you were nowhere around these people. You had to be gone somewhere. Maybe you haven't gone somewhere since 2019. Maybe you left in 2019. Maybe you could have seen what was happening in 2019 and you walked away. And they figured, okay, well, cool. Now that they're out of the picture, I can do what I need to do to sully their character and pretend that I'm sorry about it. When really and truly they're not. They did what they did on purpose and they have no remorse. I'm getting ring of fire. It was multiple people. They wanted you surrounded. That way there was no way for you to get out of this. Obstruction and limitations. They wanted your movement limited so you couldn't go towards your life goals and things like that. You couldn't achieve anything. Your career, your reputation, and your morals. Saturn, 10th house. If I take one more drink, this is somebody that could possibly have they could drink a lot. This could also be somebody that persuades people when they drink. So it was almost like they got whatever image of you they wanted to stick over time with casual encounters, like social outings where you drink, things like that, it's possible. 2012, divine message, trust your instincts. Harmony, balance, take action towards goals. The angels are on your side. So maybe during this time, you could have possibly, gotten some type of idea that this is what they were doing to you. They saw you in 2012 take action towards your goals, life goals, achievements. They saw you. They could have possibly seen you around that time moving forward. And from 2012 to 2019, they could have possibly been trying to create some type of narrative to keep you trapped, keep you limited, obstruct your forward movement, take action towards your goals, stop you from being protected. 2012 breaks down to a 5. Instability, changes, 5th house, romance, attachments, love affairs. Yeah, they could have started working toward at that point to cause instability in your life. By making, what does it say? Saturn, responsibility and rules. Instability, responsibility. They kept trying to make you look like you were an unstable person and reckless. If I take one more drink. They could have started saying that, maybe you were an alcoholic or something like that. That's probably when it started. That's when it could have started. Trying to make you look like you were just a reckless individual, to stop you from moving forward, to limit you, to obstruct your justice from what they started. Rat. Yeah, they didn't want you to have a new beginning. They didn't want you to achieve anything more. They didn't want you to look like you had your life together. They knew you were hardworking. They didn't want you to have any kind of wealth, harmony, balance, or anything. But see, the thing was, you were so good at reading the environment that you trusted your instincts and you moved forward. And you moved forward without a fight. Because you had other things to do. And they wanted to taint your image because you moved on without a fight. And continue to live a quiet life. Because you are who you are. You kept moving forward towards your goals. Playing with spirituality. Yeah. That ain't never good. That's when they started trying to defile your morals. Because your morals are a part of your spirituality as well. How you carry yourself in the world, that is a part of that as well. What you believe in, the things you will do, the things you won't do, the rules you follow. Once again, how you operate in society, Saturn energy. Parking lot. Common distraction. They wanted to stop you. They wanted to groom you into whatever they are. They wanted you to be just like them. And when they couldn't do that, they started to defame your character. Bitcoin. Chapter 15. They probably got paid for this. They got paid to make you look incompetent over time. And they probably got more intense with it somewhere around, 2019. But, that breaks down to 3. Yeah. They started trying to make you incompetent. They started trying to make you look like you weren't as smart as you are. They got paid to make you look like one of them. They got paid to make you look like this. Defame your character, your reputations, and your morals, your 10th house. 15 breaks down to a 6. Moving forward, harmony, complete. 6th house, discipline, habits, responsibility, discipline, habits, work and health, career and reputation. They got paid to destroy your character. They got paid to destroy your reputation. They got paid to destroy your career. They got paid to make you look incompetent. All to stop you from achieving anything else and moving forward in life. They wanted to limit you to whatever they are. All to stop you. Obstructions, parking lot, all to stop you. These people wanted you on a merry-go-round. They wanted you to go through this over and over and over again, probably every cycle. And they definitely made a statement. They definitely talked about it. Responsibility and rules, obstruction. Remember, I kept saying obstruction of justice. They probably took something in the court. They didn't want you to win. They didn't want you to achieve your life goals. For years. What am I getting? 2012 to 2019. They did this for years. Strength lies in action, not arrogance, but you kept moving forward. You kept moving forward. You saw what it was. You moved on quietly, and you were content with your life. An attorney could have possibly helped them. Or now maybe somebody needs an attorney. It takes a village. I'm sorry. They overlooked you so they could be looked at. Have emphasis on the word they. It takes a village. They. and now they're sorry, but they're really not sorry because they literally ganged up on you and they did it on purpose and they really don't have any remorse. Chapter 15, 6, moving forward, harmony, complete, discipline, habits, work, and health. This is what they kept doing to mess you up. They're not sorry. They literally jumped you. Even if they didn't get to you physically, they jumped you in communication, which is why, look, Mercury, we're in Mercury retrograde, the house of communication. It's going to be known that these people ganged up on you to lie about who you are, to ruin your career, your reputation, and your morals towards people that were close to you. That's what they did. I told you they ganged up on you on all sides, right? Intellectual, emotional, spiritual, financial, mental, physical, social. I did what I did on purpose and I have no remorse. Ring of fire. These people did everything that they did on purpose. They are not sorry. They tried to catch you all the way around. In this Mercury retrograde, it is coming out, baby. It is coming out why they did it. Out of jealousy, so they could be looked at. And you are going to be seen for who you are. And there will be no more obstruction of justice, and these people will be limited to anything that they could do to stop you from achieving anything, and somebody will be held responsible for this. Who left these hoes in my room, but they're going to act like they don't know? Well, I didn't have nothing to do with it. I wasn't a part of it. But you thought you had enough time to get it done, right? Yeah, of course you did. Recycled newspaper, old news. They've been spinning the same stories about you for years. Literally been spinning the same stories about you for years. 2028, abundance, prosperity, gratitude, spirituality, self-beliefs, confidence. You never gave up on yourself. Positive attitude. You remain positive through all of this. Angel number 3. Acknowledgement. People are going to see that. People are going to see, it's going to be communicated. Those that are of intelligence, they're going to see that. It's going to be communicated who you really are. Saturn in Aries, appearance, who I am, who you are, collective. It's coming out. I was wondering why I was so excited about Saturn retrograde. I just had a level of excitement. And like I said on my other channel, I've been in my astrology bag lately. Because it all goes together. You got to be able to fit the pieces together. It all goes together. Tarot, astrology, oracle, it all goes together. It's all a part of the universe. It's all in the story. And sometimes we miss a lot of information just because we're ignorant to some things. Now, let's make it clear. Ignorance does not mean stupid. It just means you do not know any better. That does not mean that you cannot learn. Not knowing any better is a present thing, but you can learn. You can do better. You understand? A lot of people take the word ignorant the wrong way. Now, I do believe in the tone that you use it, you could definitely take it the wrong way. But the way I'm saying it is that we just don't know any better on certain things. And when all of this was going on, you really didn't know any better, but you felt something. You trusted your instincts. And you took your action towards your goals, your 10th house, your achievements, your life goals that they were trying to obstruct, that they were trying to stop you from. So let's get to the details, shall we? Wait, what's on the bottom? Just to see. Oh yeah, we just did it. 2028. You believed in yourself. You kept moving forward. Confidence. You trusted your instincts. You just moved on. You were able, trusting your instincts, good at reading the environment. You trusted your discernment and you got on out of there. You worked hard. You kept a positive attitude. You used your strengths and your talents to enlighten and uplift. They didn't want you to do that. Your reputation. They didn't want you to be seen as who you are. But karma's coming for that, for sure. Karma's definitely coming for these people. You ain't even got to worry about it. And this is going to be a long bout of karma. Saturn retrograde runs from June 15th to November 15th. June, July, August, September, October. Do you know what can happen in 6 months? Do you really know? July, August, September, October, November. That's about 5 months. It's still, give or take 30 days. Do you know what can happen? And then even before it starts, it's like a pot when you're waiting on the water to boil. It already starts simmering. It's like it's already getting ready. And even after the retrograde is over, it's going to take a minute to calm down. It's a lot of people that are going to be in trouble by Christmas. I'm seeing the date December 20th. Isn't December 20th the first day of winter? Let me verify that, guys. I need to verify that. When is the first day of winter? Never mind, I'll just type it in rather than get on my nerves. Hold on, guys. December 21st. Something's going to happen this winter. It's about to be revealed, and I feel like that's when action is going to get the popping off. Because we're about to go into 2026. And that's 10. Completion. Endings. 10th house. Career, reputation, life goals, what they tried to do to you. By the new year, will be happening to them for the world to see. This is a universal thing. This is a universal thing, baby. Oh yes. This is a universal thing. This is about to be a hard winter for some folk. December 21st, 2025 to March 20th, 2026. So from that, what I'm getting is from there, Saturn gonna show it, and then they gonna feel it. Saturn is going to show it, and then they are going to feel it. But they're sorry. No, they're not. They're going to get exactly what they asked for. They overlooked you so they could be looked at. Oh, baby, you finna be looked at with a microscope. And you're definitely going to be sorry then. You're definitely going to be sorry then. December 20th and beyond, those divine messages are going to come out. Pisces, we care. Saturn and Pisces, we care. Yeah, baby. It's a lot of people that are going to care about this. It's a lot of people that are going to be looking into these people. They're going to be looking into these people. And they're going to wish they would have just been content with what they had. So, look, these karmics, listen, y'all better brace yourself. This one finna be something. This Saturn retrograde is going to last 5 months. 5 months of pure, sheer shock and discovery. They will be overlooking the collective and be looking at you. And you are going to be so, so sorry. But that's only the beginning. 2026 going to be that year. Completions and endings, baby. A lot of people, it's been a long time coming for a lot of people. For a lot of people that have had to work hard to redeem themselves from lies and slander and abuse. They ain't even got to worry about it no more. Because the angels are on your side. They got you. December 20th, the angels got you. It even says it on this card. I just realized that. December. The number 1212. 4, 5, 6. Moving forward, harmony, complete. 2026, completion, endings. It'll be an end to these people's habits. It'll be an end to the work that they put in to do this. And now they're going to have health concerns. Because in Mercury retrograde is being discovered how they wanted you having health concerns. And I'm getting mental health. A lot of these people going to be out of their mind, baby. They ain't going to know how to take it. They ain't going to know how to take all that attention they wanted. Well, I wanted it, but not like this. The hell you didn't. Not doing all of this. Well, what other way was you finna get it? Wasn't nobody looking at you before. Bobblehead. April. Protection, stability, boundaries. 4th house. Emotional home. Cancer. I feel. Somebody's going to feel like an idiot by April. They're not going to have any protection. They didn't want any for you. Authority and security. Responsibility and rules. Somebody's going to be going through something with the justice system. And it's really going to disrupt their stability because they wanted your stability disrupted. Abuse, lack of control. Number 13, death. There's going to be an ending to this person. They're going to be out of their mind. These people are going to be out of their mind. Volcano, deposition. Witness not in court due to inability, illness. I'm telling you. Can be transcribed via court reporter. Attorneys from both sides must be present. Can be used to confirm disqualify statement. Pre-trial discovery. This is what they were building up towards. To make sure that you were personally unstable, work-wise and health-wise, to the immediate environment to make sure that you never showed up in court. They did this over time, but no, baby, the tables have turned. The tables have definitely turned. They overlooked you so they could be looked at. Word ingredients. I told you. Mercury, communication. It's going to be seen what they did and what they said to sully your character. To put obstacles in the way of your work, your health, and your connections. People are going to see what they did. People are going to see what this family and or group did. Emotional home. They're going to be out of their minds. I'm telling you. Stability is gone. Boundaries. You ain't going to have no boundaries. Protection. You're not going to have any protection. They're going to get to the root of all this. 2019. They want you because you're not for everybody. And look, they overlooked you so they could be looked at. They did this to you because you don't move like them. You're responsible. You're a stand-up citizen in society. They wanted to obstruct and limit that. They didn't want anybody to see you as who you are. 2019. Once you got away and you saw what was up, that's when they started going in. It could have been during a Mercury retrograde during 2019. I'm sorry. Resilience. Yeah, they didn't know you had it in you. Because you remain so strong and so solid in who you are. Now they're sorry. They're sorry about what they said. They weren't sorry when they were doing it, though. They overstepped their boundaries completely with you. They didn't want you to be protected. They didn't want you to have stability. And they're going to start paying for that. That karma is going to start as soon as spring hits. But the secrets are going to be out within the next 5 months. There was enough time. Bribe and Bitcoin. They were buying time. They were buying time to delay, obstruct, and limit your movement forward. That's what's going to be revealed during Saturn retrograde. And that's what's being communicated now. It's being communicated on what was said to get this done. What was said to get this done and why. And it's going to affect everything about these people. Their careers, their reputations, and their morals. It's going to affect everything. Everybody's going to see how they really get down. What their 10th house is really all about. 5 months is a long time to be getting exposed in your professional life. People with titles, leaders, authority figures. You feel me? 5 months is a really, really long time to be getting exposed like that. If I take one more drink, the letter R could be significant. Psychosis, I told you. These people are going out of their mind. Somebody could possibly have an STD. They could have possibly had one for a while, which is causing some level of psychosis. STI. Syphilis, which does come in 4 different stages. Mania, excessive, madness, obsession. Mental condition via emotions, disconnect with external reality. April, stability, protection, foundation. This is instability all right here. But that's what they wanted for you. So by April, this is where they're probably going to be. Unable to defend themselves court-wise because they're so jacked up from all the lies and bribes that they told, gave, and took. 2012. Mail order groom. You knew that somebody was for the streets. You knew that somebody wasn't serious about maybe a relationship and or a any kind of, you know, personal or intimate connection. There was no balance. There was no harmony. The romance wasn't real. Pisces, we care. They did not care. They did not care. And you realize that. You realize that. They got paid. They were paid to do something to you. They were paid to stop your harmony. 6, harmony. On this card, harmony, 2012. They were paid. They were paid. They were paid to walk away from you. They were paid to make you see things differently. They were paid to hurt you. They were paid to disrupt your view and your morals in regards to love and disrupt your values. They wanted you to be like them. They want you because you're not for everybody. They wanted you to be destroyed like them. Rat. He knows. He don't even know. He doesn't know that this is coming. Whoever this is, they don't know that this is coming. Because they're so delusional. They're still stuck on trying to do something to you. They're so stuck on trying to ruin your foundation, but they are absolutely delusional. They don't even know what's coming. Somebody is talking. They don't even know what's coming. Playing with spirituality. Doppelganger. Somebody that wanted to be like you. Somebody that was paid to do all of this, to stop you from moving forward. I told you. They want you because you're not for everybody. They overlooked you so they could be looked at. They communicated false things about you. That's going to be discovered during Mercury retrograde. It's going to be found out that they did it to people that were close to you, to destroy your life and your health, to have you in this state so you couldn't go to court, so you couldn't defend yourself. And they did this over time. That's why it's exploding now, and that's why they're the ones in this position. They don't even know that they are mentally tore up right now. They don't know. They don't even know. Parking lot. Remember I said somebody wants to stop you from moving forward. Call to discuss audit. They don't want to play anymore. They don't want to play anymore. They're not trying to do anything to you anymore. Or maybe they are. They could be. But they're still trying to play dirty behind the scenes, and it's not going to work. They're already messed up. Because even if they hide that they tried to get you in some type of trouble or tried to say that you were mentally unstable, they're not looking at them. They're not looking at you. They're looking at them. Because once the audit was done, they realized they wanted you because you're not for everybody, and they overlooked you so they could be looked at. They were trying to hide what they were doing. You get what I'm saying? You were not overlooked. They did their research on you, and the authority, they figured it out. They figured out why these people were doing this to you. Because you're not like them. trying to get you in all types of legal trouble and all of that extra stuff because, yeah, by telling lies on you, going to court with depositions and everything else, so you can get in trouble. And they tried to be secretive about you, but they already did their work. You're trying to get somebody in trouble and the system already knows who they are. The system already knows who they are. They probably have been looking into you since 2019. They know who you are. Bitcoin. GTA. Grand Theft Auto. That's actually what that means. They're trying to hide some theft. So they were bribing people to keep this on the low. They were bribing people to keep this on the low. Yeah, parking lot. Monetize. Charge. Yeah. There was some theft going on. There was some stealing of money. Possibly some homes and cars that were gotten in somebody else's name. Things like that. There was definitely some fraud. Definitely some fraud. What's on the bottom? Sleep. They were bribing people to put something together against you so that way you would be asleep to all of this going on, but you were resilient and you had already known. You had already known. You trusted your instincts and you moved on. You moved on. You moved on and somebody's telling the truth. Somebody is telling the truth, and whoever he or she is, they don't even know it. They don't know it. Somebody's talking. Somebody's talking about what they tried to make you look like so that way you couldn't go to court. Somebody's talking about how stable you were. Somebody's talking about how boundaries were crossed. That they're getting down to the root of this. They're getting down to who started all of this. Mercury retrograde, I'm telling you, it is setting off some major stuff. Let me tell you. Mercury and Saturn retrograde this year, it's a tag team, baby. It is a tag team. Literally. I don't even have the words all the way to say what it is, but it's definitely a tag team ass whooping. Because it takes a village. It took a village to get this done. And everybody that played a part in this, by April 2026, you're going to see some major shifts. Because Saturn is not about to play. Mercury is just the start. That's the simmer. But Saturn retrograde is when things get to boiling. And then once winter starts, it's giving me Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. You feel me? Once winter gets started, as above, so below. You're going to start seeing things in 3D. They wanted you unaware of this so you could not move forward. See? That this is what they wanted for you. This is what they told the courts. This is what they bribed people to say about you. They bribed people to go in there and say that you were mentally ill, an unhealthy mind. Court oversight, holding judge and staff accountable. Conduct, public resources, appeals. They don't even know that this is coming. They had help doing this. I told you. They bribe somebody in the legal system. There will be appeals. This is gonna go. And what did I tell you? People with careers and reputations, authority figures. Did I not say that earlier? Phantom of the Opera. Nah, baby. That mask is off. That mask is off. People are being seen. Strength, Mars, patient, resilience. They're weak. They are weak. Scorpio, we desire. They don't want to do this no more. The star, renewal, heal, hope. They cannot heal from this. Secrets, will, death. It's out. It's going to be out. They are not strong enough to heal from this, and they don't want to do it no more, huh? A noun, person, place, or thing. Yeah. Mercury, communication. That's all going to come out. Who was it? Where did it happen? Why did it happen? How, where, and why? Mercury. I'm telling you. Esther. Matriarch saint, willing to risk her life for the people. Risked her life to speak to the king against the law. Young became a queen, rising. So whoever this was, bet it all on being able to bribe the justice system so they could rise to some type of authoritative figure, some type of power. Emperor, authority, security, all of that's about to be. Moon, secrets and truths, all of that's about to come out. Mercury retrograde, I'm telling you. Triage, patience, assessment, doctor. They had help. They had medical help. Of course they did. In order for somebody to be deemed mentally unstable, they had to have help. Hidden accounts, not no more. Not no more. Deliberation. It's not up for discussion. We're tired to consider decision. No, it's not up for debate. It's not up for debate, baby. Because you are not problematic. And you handled your business in a clean manner. Somebody's uncle. Case closed, baby. And they don't even know it. This emperor, authority figure, these judges or whatever, they don't even know it. Spiritually, it's over. Once we get through Mercury retrograde and Saturn retrograde, that's when you're going to start seeing it in the 3D. So pretty much somebody who wanted to rise to power and be in your position to have a great career and reputation and achieve life goals just like you that didn't have the strength to actually do it themselves, communicated some deep, dark stuff that was not true about you to a legal official and or the court system. And it's being put out there who said what, when did they say it, and why they said it. And by the end of this year, it's going to be seen who was the real responsible one, who followed the rules in this life, who was obstructing justice, who was putting limitations on who, and who was trying to destroy who was trying to destroy your reputation. All of it's coming out. It's not a game. It's not a game. And they're going to end up right here where they wanted you to be. And they don't even know it. They don't. Hold on. Let me just put it. They don't even know it. Where they wanted you to be, that's where they're going to be. Whoever this authority figure is, they're going to be emotionally unstable. And they have no protection. They are ungrounded. 13. There's an ending to this. 2026. 10. Completion. Ending. Case closed. The beauty of all of this is they did it all behind your back, and you still came out just like this. But everything that they did to you is going to come out in the open, and they are going to suffer in public.